just likes Zoey.
Because she's white. Right, Maya?
My cousin lives down the street from him and says he only goes out with the vanilla.
Hello everybody, I'm Coco Cosmos, and in this video, I'm going to discuss Season 2, Episode 6 of Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Because of course, I have words. There's a way to start or continue the preference of skin tone / complexion discussion, but I think this missed the mark. I do have to take into consideration that these cartoon teens are like 14 though, and sometimes kids are not the best at nuanced conversations. So let's talk about it. So the episode opens with Penny explaining the significance of her princess party. It's been tradition since she and Dejanay were 2 years old. You know, until everything went bad at this one. The school is buzzing about the new kid who happens to be an actor on a big TV show. All of the girls have crushes on him, even the ones with boyfriends. Once he arrives, everyone tries to talk to him, but he only has eyes set on one particular individual. Zoey. No one can believe it though, not even her. So he asks Zoey to the dance. The group, minus Zoey, is flabbergasted, but Maya tells them it's not that shocking because word on the street is he only likes white girls. Cue more shock and awe. While prepping Penny's dress for the annual princess party, Penny's mom, Trudy, notices that she isn't looking too happy. She tries to ask for advice in a way that doesn't tell the whole story but covers the bases, when her father gets involved, and thus gets, if he doesn't love you the way you are, then you move around, essentially. Later that evening, the group gets on a group video call and starts talking crap about Zoey and how she has no business going out with Noah. Penny tries to defend her, but no one is hearing it.
That's not Zoey's fault. Besides, we don't know that's true just because your cousin says so.
Especially ringleader Dejanay. Dejanay even says that Zoey isn't even invited to the princess party. You know something? I never really got how Penny and Dejanay have been friends since diapers, when she was a terrible friend in the OG series, and an even worse one in this one. But I digress. Zoey storms in, and it's pretty obvious she heard what they all said. Everyone makes a quick escape, except for Penny, and Zoey just cuts the call looking very angry. The day of the party comes, and everyone is dressed so cute! Trudy is unaware that Zoey isn't coming and says the party can officially start when she gets there. Dejanay was about to tell her why Zoey isn't coming, but Penny tries to keep it under wraps by saying that Zoey is out of town and can't make it. There's a little fashion show where they declare Michael as Pocahontas the winner, and Kareem, Penny's boyfriend, is at the door delivering pizza. Turns out he convinced the actual delivery guy to give it to him so he can ask Penny to the dance in this super cute way. They almost kiss, but here comes Oscar. Kareem leaves, and behind him is a very angry Zoey dressed as Merida. Which I think is really cool actually, because besides being a redhead, Zoey really doesn't care that much about this boy, and can't fathom why they care so much either. Zoey walks in and the group is actually terrified. Trudy tells Zoey that they were actually doing mood paintings to show off their emotions. She tells Dejanay to show hers. The girls were painting horrible pictures of Zoey as an evil witch. When Trudy says that's a hateful thing to do, Dejanay replies that it's not nice that Zoey is going out with Noah Barker. When Trudy asks why, Yenica explains the whole Noah only likes white girls thing. Zoey disagrees and they all get into an argument. Penny is over the bickering and tells everyone to share their feelings. Basically, Dejanay and Michael say Zoey shouldn't be going out with a guy that only likes her because she's white, somehow damages the friendship. Zoey disagrees again and says Noah likes her for who she is. Then Yenica says something very mean.
Has any other boy ever asked you out to a dance?
Zoey tells them Myron asked her out 3 times already, and if that has something to do with her being white too. Dejanay says she just doesn't get it and that she's out. Everyone else files out, which leaves Zoey and Penny alone again. Penny tries to tell her she didn't deserve that, but Zoey replies that she didn't even say anything. Penny just wanted everyone to have a fair chance to express their feelings. Zoey leaves and Penny runs upstairs in tears. At the dance, they're still talking about Zoey like she's actual garbage. Penny finally speaks up and Kareem agrees that it's not that serious. Dejanay's dude says it's just a preference. Maya then gets in his face and asks if having a preference based on skin tone is acceptable. The boys leave because the convo is getting hostile towards them after only saying 2 sentences, and reveals Zoey has come to the dance alone. Of course, they have sly remarks to make and ask if he dumped her. She says no and that she turned him down. No admitted to only liking white girls, and Zoey says she didn't want to be around anyone like that, especially at the cost of a friendship. After this revelation, they start being nice to Zoey again and apologize. They all agree to not let boys come between them again, and they go dance. Myra asks Zoey to dance, but she's feeling a bit insecure because of the whole Noah thing, but Myra reassures her that it's her smarts that he likes. So I wanted to wait until after the recap to fully flesh out my thoughts about this episode. If this was meant to be a discussion about skin tone preferences and darker skinned women getting pushed aside, or how non-white girls period can be seen as less attractive and how unfair that is, I think it didn't shine through as such. It was more like they were all jealous that their friend is dating the celebrity, and they're using the white preference thing as an excuse. That boy didn't insult them or talk down on them. It's like they weren't truly rejected because they were never an option in the first place. And them not being an option is what really hurt them. They treated him like a villain for only liking white girls and then also made it their boyfriend's problems. 2 of them already have boyfriends, by the way. Then when the celebrity boy took another white girl to the dance, they gave her pity? And Zoey says that she just really didn't get it when the dude tells her that he only likes white girls. There was nothing to get. Like, the sole reason he picked her was because she was white. And the only reason they assumed that was because he was attracted to Zoey. Awkward, dorky, brace-faced Zoey. No one could ever be possibly attracted to her unless they only like white girls, right? Like, y'all don't know this guy. Never had a conversation with him. All of the info, in fact, you have is third hand. I feel this should have been more than one episode storyline. Like, no, you don't have to whack people over the head with he must hate POC girls because he only likes white girls. But like, maybe little digs here and there about how Dejanay is too loud, or how Maya is taking everything too personal being SJW and that's the reason he doesn't like black girls. This episode alone didn't really show the issue to me. Because what did Zoey even do besides be white?
It has nothing to do with me being white chocolate. Not that a person can be white chocolate.
The lesson I learned from this episode is that the entire friend group actually hates Zoey. Honestly, that's been a bit of an issue with the reboot. I remember the classic actually having those life lessons and conversation starters, but in the reboot, there's inconsistencies with the characters, and the plots don't seem to sell what they're advertising. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a writer. I'm not saying I can do better, but I will say it needs adjusting. But what do y'all think? Do y'all see something I don't? Let me know in the comments below. Coco Cosmos out.